Okay, now we're going to take a turbo look at Ninja Spirit for the TurboGrafx-16. This is a 1990 classic, I guess you could say. This is one of the more impressive games of the time for the reasons that some of the bosses were they actually scaled multiple screens. It wasn't just a little guy that jumped around, and you had to run around and attack him, but they actually had some pretty large bosses, and we'll see some of them later. Just looking at the options real quick right there, you can see that some of these earlier games had a sound test, and those are kind of funny. So this is your character, and he apparently gets enveloped by some steam clouds or nuclear waste. I don't know what those are, but then this wolf comes around and howls, so he wasn't happy about it. So basically, you have an attack, and you can jump really high, and you eventually get power-ups. So we'll see if we can find some of those. I'll point those out to you. There's a guy underneath who can kind of duck down and stab him through the floor, which is kind of neat. Actually, kind of reminds me of Mark and the Ninja. So we just picked up a power-up, and now our sword has a little circles coming off it when we attack. Notice we can jump really high. We can pretty much attack in all directions while we're in the air or while we're on the ground. That's a blue spirit orb, I believe, or something. I don't know if that's what it's called, but basically what that does is that adds to your ninja spirit. So basically, I have a little ghost that follows me around and does what I do. When I stop, he stops. When I jump, he jumps. You'll see if I jump and then I land and I don't move, he'll just kind of stay there, levitating wherever he is at that time when I land. You can get a bunch of those. I'm not sure if you can get more than 3, but it's kind of useful because obviously you can take out a lot of guys at once. You can take out guys on different parts of the screen all at once. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun game too. The controls are pretty good. They're pretty responsive. You jump and it jumps. You don't have to wait. It's not too twitchy as far as lining up where you're trying to jump from, or how you're trying to land or anything like that. The attack button is pretty responsive. It's pretty much a fun game. It holds up pretty well. The music, I know it was back in the day. This game had some of the better music on a TurboGrafx game. I think it's not good at all, even for TurboGrafx standards. But whatever. It's like a high-paced MIDI soundtrack. There's some good songs, but like the main menu and some of these ones that you'll hear in the early parts of the game are just not favorable, at least in my opinion. But anyway, so you can see you can jump about 1,000 times more than you actually should be able to, and you can even jump off the screen. The longer you hold the button, the higher you jump. And also the more hang time you have, obviously. But if you just want to do a little jump, you just kind of tap it real briefly. If you want to jump way up, you just kind of hold the button down, and you'll land. You start coming down whenever it decides you've gone up too high. But you can easily clear the screen in most locations. So with the guy behind me, if I'm just walking, I'm pretty much guaranteed that I'm not gonna get hurt, because if I'm attacking, he's going to basically cover the rear and I'm going to cover my front. Your ninja spirits don't get hurt in any way, so they can take as much damage as you want. They can deal damage, but they can't take any damage. So that's effective. Here's a bunch of guys just kind of jump out of these things at us. We clear off one of the sides, and then we go and we clear out the other side. And then here's one of the bosses. Now this boss is pretty big, and you'll see, especially considering other games of this time frame, bosses were not this large. Or it was very rare that they were. At least they weren't this large on the first level. So I don't know if I was actually attacking him in any particular place. I was kind of aiming for his hands where those little magic ball things were coming from, but I'm not sure if just attacking them anywhere counted or what. But here's some more Japanese text, probably saying, level 2 or something. I don't know, but this level's a lot more vertical. You basically got trees that you can jump in and get attacked from above. You can attack from below, left and right. Um, it's pretty cool. Here I got a second ninja spirit, so I actually have two of these guys following me, and that's pretty sweet because again, especially in these larger levels, you can cover a lot of area. You can attack a lot of different people at once. Um, so we're just gonna kind of press on here and see what else we can find in the next few minutes. I played this game for about 8 minutes today, um, but yeah, it's a fun game. The levels are a little short. I believe we're coming up on the second boss already, believe it or not. It might be a mini boss actually. I'm not 100%. I can't remember, but just a bunch of more little guys to kill here, and then there's going to be this guy that's going to come out and pretty much attack us and chase after us. He's pretty large considering we're a respectable size, but this guy, you judge for yourself, but he looks a little larger than us. It's kind of unfair. And he pretty much just jumps from one tree to another and kind of attacks with his little fan blades, and took us down real fast there. I got 1 or 2 more lives left, so we can get back in there and see if we can do a little bit more damage to him, but not expecting to get all too far in this game. It's basically just want to give everyone a quick glimpse of some of the games that I, enjoyed or appreciated growing up, and let you judge for yourself whether you think it's something you'd ever want to play. A lot of these games are available on like the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console or something like that, but I'm playing on the original format. I have a Turbo Duo, and hooked it up and showing off these game videos to you. So I'll leave you with that. Enjoy this little confrontation with this guy and keep looking for more videos. In the meantime, smell you later.